Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Unity Bay Area, Houston. We're happy that you're here with us this Sunday. We have a wonderful service, and we would like to go ahead and say, let us know who you are, let us know where you are, and know that you're here in our hearts. So let's go ahead and put the coffee down, get up off the couch, and I'm in the right place at the right time.
1, 2, 3.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Whoa, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. So go ahead and give us some likes and give us some loves. Everybody who's here, go ahead and turn around and wave. Give a namaste. Give some love to the people on Facebook. Give some love to the AV team, to Reverend Kirti, to Amy Grobleski, our platform assistant. We love you. Good morning. You are appreciated. You are important to us. You are us, and we love you.
Woohoo! How's that for an opening? I love it. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. I'm Amy Grobleski, and it's wonderful to be with you this morning. Let's begin our service as we always begin our service with our statement of truth. Together, there's one presence and one power in the universe and in me, God the good, omnipotence. You can now leave a prayer request by phone or email. The Unity Bay Area Houston prayer line is 903-484-4841. And the prayer mail address is pray@ubah, all one word, @gmail.com. And our prayer chaplains are available to call you back. If you want one-on-one prayer, all you have to do is ask, and you can get that. And now, speaking of prayer, let's join Reverend Kirti in prayer.
Make sure I take off my mask. It might be hard to hear me. So prayer. Prayer is the foundation for unity and so many other religious, spiritual institutions. And when we pray, we are changing our consciousness to connect with the divine. We are not beseeching, but we are in a place where we are connected with the divine that is within us. So let's go into a time of prayer. So if everyone would just breathe in. Breathe in. Wherever you're at, know that God is with you. God is with you in whatever room you're in, whatever table you're sitting at. Know that God is present. There is a God that is present and all-powerful, and that God is around you, that God is in you, and that God is as you. And we know that wherever we are, if we are feeling any anxiousness, any stress, we know that this God can provide the peace and comfort to us. If we have illness, We can go and know that there is wholeness and health in the source. And we can go to that place knowing that. And we pray knowing Spirit is with all of us, with our leaders that are leading our country, with each and every one of you. Divinity is with you, and divine mind is with you. And so we know that any questions you have, the answers are within you. Because God is our source. God is our ever-present knowing. And so in any area that you find angst, we know that you can find, if you go to your heart space, the God, the Spirit. And we are so grateful. We are so grateful for this. We're so grateful for the abundance that we know is here. We're so grateful for all of our loved ones because we know our oneness with each other also. We know that Spirit is within us, and we are one. We are one in the foundation of love. And so we say, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God, for all of the many blessings that we receive. And we say, amen and ah, yes.
This week's announcements and all contact links can be found in your Sunday e-bulletin. We want to really thank you for all the ways you're helping this ministry be sustained and flourish. And we thank you for supporting our AC fund as well. We're very close to reaching our goal, and if you've been waiting for a good time to give, this is the time. We encourage you to contribute. Special guest Reverend Howard Caesar will be with us on August 16th to share the when, where, and why of trust. We invite you to tune in. The Unity ladies are invited to our 3rd annual Unity Women's Tea Party via Zoom. It'll be on Saturday, August the 8th from 2 to 4. Click the Eventbrite link in your e-bulletin to RSVP. And connect with your sisters. Unity ladies meet tomorrow evening, August 3rd, on Zoom at 5:30 p.m. If you'd like to attend, please click the active link in your e-bulletin to contact Wendy Hoggett. Love offerings for all events at Unity Bay Area Houston can be made online at our website, www.unityofbayarea.org, or through text. You can text GIVE to 281-595-1648. And the easiest way to give is to click Donate buttons found in your Sunday bulletin and weekly e-newsletters. And I just want to say, if you haven't checked out the weekly events at this church, check them out. They're a lifeline, especially in times of having one of those days. I've found them to be incredibly nourishing. So let's contribute to them and support them by joining it. Now join me in affirming our church's vision, mission, core values, and affirmation. Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of a shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is to inspire minds, awaken hearts, and empower lives through the teachings of Jesus Christ and other expressions of universal truth. In all that we are and all that we live, we value unconditional love, connection, authenticity, inclusivity, trust, and compassion. We are living relevant spirituality now.
Please rise.
Please sing along with us. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. I sing my love. I sing joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy. I dance my joy. I dance my joy into the world.
I live my peace.
I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world. I live my peace. I live my peace. I live my peace into the world.
I sing my love.
I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world. This one. I sing my love. I sing my love. I sing my love into the world.
Are we not blessed with an incredible music team? Yes. Keith Vivens, Patty Rabaza, and Ellen Rogers. Thank you. Your beautiful gifts. And also, we are blessed with our AV team who every single Sunday are here to help us do our broadcasts. So today we'd like to thank Ronnie Kennedy, Brent Allen, Carol, I'm sorry, let me pay attention. Carol Curtis, Carol, there you are. Wendy Hoggett, and let's see, Bruce is back there, and Mark Kirby. Thank you to all. Your presence today is precious to us all, and we really want to thank you for joining us. We know that some of you folks out there in Facebook are joining us for the first time, so we really want to welcome you and thank you for checking us out. If you'd like to have more information about our community and Unity teachings, you can contact us through Messenger on our Facebook page, Unity Bay Area, Houston. And if you're looking for a spiritual place to be renewed and uplifted, we welcome you. We'd love to have you. So let's share our welcoming blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. And now Keith will share the daily word and community affirmation.
Good morning. Our word today is compassion. Our affirmation, I am kind and compassionate. Seeking to grow in compassion, I look to the example of Jesus. Gospel stories give many examples of Jesus showing compassion by demonstrating keen awareness of the needs and feelings of friends and strangers alike. I remember learning that Jesus did not turn away from social outcasts. He healed them and shared meals with them. His compassion fed a multitude and restored wine to a wedding reception. Upon learning that his dear friend had died, Jesus wept. Even when his disciples deserted him as he was crucified, Jesus asked God to forgive them. As I desire to grow in compassion, I know that my kind words and even simply my loving presence provide comfort. I listen deeply with my heart as well as with my ears. And from Philippians chapter 2, verse 4, let each of you look not onto your own interest, but in the interest of others. Now please join me in our community affirmation. We are grateful for our healthy, conscious, spiritual community, caring for one another and the world through shared leadership and love.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, how you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold. I know your dreams unfold. Love is here. Peace is here. Truth is here. God is here.
So now I invite you to take this time to go inwards. Take this time to unwind and relax. And whatever you're sitting on, feel the foundation of it. And know that there is a foundation that always holds you. And feel that foundation also. And start from your head and just relax, unwind, maybe turn it around a little bit and release anything that is not serving you right now. Release everything. Let it just melt away. Just see it falling to the floor and evaporating. And then go into your heart space. Go into your inner divine eyes. And our daily word was compassion. So now let us take that word and feel the compassion. Feel the compassion that we have for ourselves. And in any areas that you feel you may not have walked the right path, you now feel compassion, knowing that everything is an opportunity through our spiritual growth. And so we walk knowing that only good comes out. And we feel compassion. We feel compassion for each and every one. We feel the love. And so go into your heart space and feel the compassion that you have for yourself, knowing that God is there. God is loving you, loving around you. And know that you are one with each other. You are one with your brothers and sisters because your divine self connects. Your divine self connects and touches and reaches out to them through the energies of life, through the energies of the universe. We know that we are never alone. Feel that. Feel that right now. Feel that you have God wherever you are. You are never alone. And know that truth. And so relax into this oneness with the divine. Relax and let your body melt. And take this time to find the silence. Find the silence and find the bliss. Find the bliss that comes from your heart center. Wherever you find the bliss, remembering that time that you just laughed and laughed and laughed and were so happy. As you go into the silence, find that happiness. Go into the silence and feel joy. Feel rejuvenated. So let us go into the silence and feel bliss and joy and happiness. And so, whatever is found in the silence, there is a power and a presence of spirit that resides within you. And that spirit is joyful. That spirit is a wonderful feeling. And so as we come back and get centered in our earthly plane, we know that we can take the joy, we can take God, we can take spirit wherever we are, wherever, because that God is present within us, that God is present as us. And so we say thank you. Thank you to the divine. Thank you to the divine that we are the expressions of that higher self. And so as we come back into this time and place, we say the Lord's Prayer in the Aramaic version that Jesus said it. Beloved oneness, breathing life of all, holy is our essence. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire acts with ours and vibrates like to form. Fulfill this day all need for bread and sight. Forgiveness releases us and we remember wholeness. We are free from inner and outer deception and walk your path with joy. You are the power of these truths and unite my words, my thoughts, my feelings, and actions through this prayer. In gratitude, my heart knows it is so. Amen and yes.
One. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing how. It's in every one of us here and now. It's in every one of us. I just remembered, it's like I've been sleeping for years. I'm not awake as I could be, but my seeing's clearer. I can see through the tears. I've been realizing that I bought this ticket and watch only half of the show. There is scenery and lights and a cast of thousands who all know what I know, that it's good and it's so. It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes.
music just transforms, just makes a change, and we have the most transforming musicians. Thank you, each of you. And today, I'm hoping that this talk will be transforming to you and make a change. So I have 3 questions to ask you. Is there some area of your life that you might want that's not serving your highest good and you might want changed? Is there an area of your life that you might want to tweak a little and redesign? Is there an area of your life that you might want to design? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, how to do that. Because I think that life should be lived full out. Live like you want to live it, full out, and joyfully and lovingly. And so through this series that we're doing this week, we are going to talk about how to live full out and design a new way of living. I'm going to be talking today, August 9th, 23rd, and 30th on this, and then we are honored on the 17th to have Reverend Howard Caesar. So this book is, this series is from the book, A New Design for Living by Ernest Holmes. Some of you may have heard of Ernest Holmes. He is the founder for Center for Spiritual Living, which used to be called Science of Mind. And science and mind are very, very similar. I often say it's like being Presbyterian or Methodist. You can't tell the difference. We even have, we probably have more than one, but some of you may know Reverend Michael Gott, and he is actually ordained as a Center for Spiritual Living minister and a Unity minister. And so with our two, with Center for Spiritual Living and Unity, we do hold one foundation that we know is truth, that there is a higher source, a divine mind, and we can access that divine mind through our thoughts. Now, I use the term divine mind. I could be saying source, universe, energy, and the term that most people use is the term God. So why don't I use the term God all the time? Because sometimes, do you have any labels around God, maybe, that term God? How many of you think of the old man with the beard, and thanks to Michelangelo, he's pointing a finger at you? So whatever term you want to use, God, source, divine mind, know that there is a truth, and I can guarantee that when we use this source, when we access this source, we can design any part of our lives. And how do we access source? Through our thoughts. Through our thoughts. And our thoughts, I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but our thoughts are actually a form of prayer. And so to begin, I want to start now at the very basics. And when I say basics, I mean basics, molecules and atoms. Okay. For all of you scientists or people that understand science and how things operate in molecules and atoms, please forgive me because I'm definitely saying this in layman's terms. It's not very precise. Did you know that the most accurate clock, the movement of it is not done through weights or springs? Okay. So when a molecule is activated by a certain amount of energy, it begins a vibration. And through like these electronics, and we move through the flow, it can move the hands of a clock. And this vibration of these molecules moves so accurately that it does not vary more than 1 second in 300,000 years. Wow, that is something. All of that in that molecule. Let's take a look at a snowflake. Beautiful, beautiful snowflake. Made out of a drop of water, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen makes up that water. So how do we get that beautiful snowflake? Where is that snowflake coming from? And more importantly, you know, there are no 2 snowflakes that are alike. Now, I do have to question, how in the world did they figure out that there are no 2 snowflakes alike? But science is telling me that there's no 2 snowflakes alike. How many of you have been in the forest and seen hey, you guys out there on Facebook, you should be raising your hands if you're in the forest. So this is a picture of a sequoia tree. And did you know that the oldest sequoia tree is 3,266 years old? That is a very aged sequoia tree. And within the sequoia tree, there are rings. And each of these rings is for 1 year of life. 1 year. That's a lot of rings. And the sequoia tree begins from these little tiny seeds. So can you imagine that magnificence? Those little tiny seeds. And one of the biggest miracles, most spectacular miracles of nature is the birth of a baby. We start out with these 2 tiny cells that get together, and then they form hundreds and thousands of other cells, which become bone and skin and eyes and heartbeat, the birth of a baby. So what is it in these atoms and molecules that creates this essence of form? That's a very good question. Okay, I want to tell you a joke. So there were a bunch of scientists that got together, and they decided, hey, we don't need God anymore, you know. So they elected one of the scientists to say, will you go tell God that we don't need God anymore? So the scientist walks over, says, God, hey, we don't need you anymore. You know, we can clone people, and we can do all of those miraculous things that you've done. And you, God, you can just go get lost. You know. So God listened very kindly and patiently, and she's like, okay, let's have a man-making contest. And this scientist is like, yeah, I got this down. And she said, let's do it the way I did it when I created Adam. And he's like, okay. So he bends over and he reaches down and he grabs some dirt, and she says, no, 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 you go get your own dirt. So the question is, what is it in that atom? What is it in that molecule, that directive force that makes the snowflake, that makes the sequoia tree, that puts those cells together and makes that baby? It is the divine mind. It is God. It is the Creator. And what does that Creator create? That Creator creates us. So God is the Creator, we are the creation, and we are the Creator. We are the Creator also. And how do we create? We create through our thoughts. Did you know that everything that is in existence now and will be in existence in the future is already been here? Okay? The idea of it is in divine mind, always. I love to fly on planes. I just think it's fun. I like, getting on it. I used to love eating on planes. That's gone away now. And so you get on a plane and you sit down, and then all of a sudden you feel that energy and all that tons of steel moving through the air. It's my most favorite part, okay? My most favorite part should be landing, but the rising is my most favorite part. And that plane has always existed in the divine mind. And what did it take to bring it? It took man and woman to bring it into creation. So we can create. We are the creators and the creation, okay? We can, through our thoughts, bring the divine ideas into placement. Okay, I'm going to give you this something to think about. Matter is thought informed. Thought is matter unformed. If you ever have insomnia, think about this. But this is a really, really important statement. So when we have our thoughts, okay, they are just matter unformed. But matter is our thoughts informed. Interesting. That's a huge, huge thing. You've also heard it much more simply. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. I'm going to give you another term, another saying. Prayer is powerful. Prayer is powerful. And when we have our thoughts are a form of prayer. Now, prayer can go from our thoughts to much, much deeper levels. Okay? So I'm not saying just our thoughts are prayer, but our thoughts are a form of prayer. And our thoughts are a time to connect with the divine. In unity, we have principle 3, which says, we are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. Through thoughts held in mind. And so I would go even further with this, that it's through our thoughts, our emotions, and our feelings held in mind. That is how we co-create. In Charles Sherrington, I believe it's Charles Sherrington, yes. He was a Nobel laureate in the 1920s, and he said this line, "The perceiving mind and the perceived world are both parts of one mind." The perceiving mind and the perceived world are both parts of one mind. I know, you can really, if you really settle into these statements, they can be powerful. So what this is saying to me is what my mind is thinking is becoming my experience, because it is one mind. I believe that through prayer, all things are possible. Okay. Now, let's say we have an illness. Do we just pretend that we don't have the illness? No. No, we don't. But we do change our thoughts to what we want to experience. We acknowledge that we have this illness, but then we start thinking, what are my thoughts that I want to experience? Okay, I want to experience health. I want to experience wholeness. I want to feel and experience that running through my body. And so we start to think thoughts of that nature. And we start to be grateful for any areas of health and wholeness we have now. And then we start to think the thoughts that we want to experience. Now, are my prayers always manifested? You notice I didn't use the word answer, because are my prayers always manifested? They are manifested in the way that I think they should be. If all my prayers were answered, I'd probably be married a few more times. No, but if you have this prayer and you believe it and know it, it will be answered. If you pray for your highest good, pray for your highest good in any situation, okay? And believe that. Because through our thoughts, we are accessing a source. We are accessing divine mind. We are accessing a powerful source. So Joe and I were in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and there was a merry-go-round there. This merry-go-round actually was built in 1922. It went over to New York, and then they brought it back to Coeur d'Alene. I just thought that was a very interesting history. It's a very pretty merry-go-round. How many of you remember being on a merry-go-round, going round? It's sort of fun, like as an adult, to get on the merry-go-round now. You know, it makes you feel and have that kid stuff in you. But if you stay on that merry-go-round for too long, that merry-go-round could be a nightmare, couldn't it? Just going around and around and around. So how many of you might be on that merry-go-round with your thoughts? Going round and round and round. So let's say we're talking about finances, okay? How many of you might be going, how am I going, no money is coming in. I'm never going to get the job. I'm just all of those fear thoughts going round and round. So you might want to just get off of the merry-go-round. And what would that look like? What that would look like is, first, acknowledging that you are having the thoughts that are not serving your highest good. And then start thinking and feeling the thoughts that you want to experience. Knowing, well, first of all, you want to be grateful for every area of abundance that you have right now, okay? And then you want to start thinking the thoughts of that flow of abundance that is ever present here and now, although we cannot see it with our five senses. That's the difference. But that abundance, that flow is here and now. And the more we start thinking thoughts of what we want to experience, what happens? The more we experience those. Now, is this easy? No. It sounds, you know, and I'm making it sound easy now. No, it's nothing seems to be going right. What do you do then? Okay, want to experience. What this is going to look like is, let's say again, we're talking about prosperity and abundance. Okay. You're going to acknowledge that you're having the negative thought and then go, whoa, what thought do I want? What do I want to experience? So I'm going to be grateful for all the abundance and prosperity in my life now. And then I'm going to start thinking thoughts of how I'm feeling with all of that, even though I don't see it with my five senses. And then I'm going to know and pray and have my thoughts say, I know my highest good is coming from this experience. If you're having areas of relationships that you want to change, again, you're going to look at your relationship and go, what areas am I grateful for now? And what feelings, what thoughts to develop the feelings that I want in this loving relationship that is present here and now, even though I don't see it with my five senses. And I know my highest good is coming. And so you want to do this with health also. So what will you do? You're going to be grateful for all the health you have. And then you're going to think the thoughts of the wholeness and healing that is ever occurring now, even though we don't have it right here and now with our 5 senses. Because we know that there is a source that is greater than us. And through the power of prayer, through the power of our thoughts, we can redesign a new life. We are using a source that is greater than you or I or any of us individually. We are using a source that is greater. It is the greatest source in the universe. And so we want to use it through our thoughts. This source will allow you to design what? A new way of living. What this source does is it unleashes, uncovers, and unfolds the divine that is within each and every one of you. Thank you, and amen.
Thank you, Reverend Kirti. You are very appreciated. Now is the time we joyfully share our individual abundance with the community that gives us so very much. For those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, we hope that you'll consider supporting Unity Bay Area Houston through an online donation today. So here are the 4 ways that you can give to Unity Bay Area Houston. Thank God for the U.S. Postal Service. For those of you that like to mail checks, you can certainly still do that. And you just mail it to Unity Bay Area of Houston, 1911 Highway 3 South, League City 77573. The second way you can give is to click the donate button on active links in your Sunday e-bulletin or your weekly newsletter. You can also go to our website, unitybayarea.org, and click the donation button. You can even text your offering. Text the word GIVE to 281-595-1648. And we thank you for the many ways that you support us. So let's bless our offerings. Together, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten.
You can get up and dance if you want to. We do that here.
I break tradition, sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
Come on, Keith.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with eyes wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with eyes wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten.
Yeah, Patty.
Good with me coming up here.
We have fun over here. We enjoy this.
So,
I want to just say, Reverend Kirti reminded us of the importance of being grateful for what we have. So here's a great opportunity for us to say that together.
we are grateful for an abundance of resources flowing through our ministry to meet every need and to invest in the highest good for our spiritual community.
And now let's bless the offerings and prayers
It's all out there in the ethers.
together.
Thank you, God, for our spiritual community. We rejoice as all our prayers are answered. We celebrate divine abundance as we give and receive in generosity and love. Unity Bay Area, Houston is grateful for all our blessings, and we are prosperous. Yay.
We want to remind you that we offer Sunday school for children ages 3 through 9 every Sunday at 2 p.m. And also there's a new time for the Uniteens to connect, and that's every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And so please contact Miss Wendy at ubahyouth@gmail.com for connection. And now let's affirm our children and worldwide movement of unity consciousness.
Unity everywhere. We love you just the way you are in all your magnificence. We have our song.
Let's do this. Everybody stand up.
1, 2, 3.
Are you ready to release it today? Are you ready to release it? Come on. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Now for our prayer of protection together.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the light of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, music. Hope to see you and catch everything on our e-newsletter, okay? All right. Thank you. Namaste. Bless.